like the center ban. One of the reasons why Ghost's damage per gold is so high is because he does like picking up the center, and she has been so very powerful. As the Thresh ban, another one that we've been begging for throughout last week's games. I swear Thresh was not banned or picked enough, especially in the tail end of the week. So very glad that he is getting that recognition, as there is the Nidalee ban away from Canyon as well. We could say that this is just aimed at how good Canyon is at Nidalee, but then you have to talk about all of the other champions that he's too good at, and then you'd have to fill an entire row with Canyon champions, as they are going to try, as Lilia is also going to hit the bench.
Yeah, with these two jungle bans here, they might actually just go ahead and...
It is one that has been very strong in the past.
It has been, and they don't need to necessarily grab the Udyr here either. They can decide to kind of flex and move down the very wide jungle pool that Canyon has. The Hecarim, which has been much more popular in other regions than it is here in Korea, the LEC and the LPL in particular. It's actually on the rise in LCS as well. He's a very top-tier jungler. The same way in Korea we have Lilia as kind of our permanent top-tier AP jungler. So is going to be picked up first here over the Udyr, and I think it's a safer option.
It's a good pick into Udyr.
Going to be picked up here for the side of Fred Brion. It's definitely going to be good for team fighting. Their composition scales extremely well with the Victor that they've decided to go with here. Works well with Hecarim in terms of the jungle. You can actually look for picks on the bottom side of the map or the top side of the map, depending on where Canyon is. So tracking where the Graves is can actually lead to a lot of pressure in the early game with this Victor. And then he could scale up super well as the Lulu will be the support here, actually. I mean, very likely.
Top lane.
Yeah, it could be.
Because we have seen that before. Of course, this was an old favorite of our old mate Noguri while he was up here, and Damwon Kia, of course, the same team. Might be wanting to utilize that, but it could still be support. Like, we don't necessarily know. Of course, if you do put Lulu
you end up when you get out jungled by Canyon at this early part of the game. So there's no lanes he can gank safely, there's no farm he can get, he's just not in a good place.
Oh, that Attract Repel is not the one that you really want here as Delight's burning down. He has to flash as Beryl goes in, gets the kill. Ghost flashes forward as well, didn't really need to. However, they do guarantee first blood on the bottom side of the map for Damwon Kia, and this was the one lane that wasn't going terribly for Fred at Brion.
Yeah. Ironically, it's hold that thought. We might get another pick here.
Yeah, there's the flash out from Khan. Does shield himself up, but the flash forward from Hoya. This should be a dead Lulu pretty comfortably, and Hoya will lock that one down. So an immediate answer here from Fred Brion on the top side.
And it works out so perfectly, too, because he was taking those Krugs. He was on the top side of the map, so, you know, you see that pick on the bottom. At least secure the ward charge.
That's how you cue the cannon minion. As Crashdown comes through yet again, Attract Repel for the stun is once again Delight taking a lot of damage. Ghost wants to pop that passive and does so, and that's an easy 2v2 kill once again for Damwon Kia. They're just better in the straight up 2v2, and this is exactly what we were talking about. This is where Fred at Brion like to put all their chips.
And this is also an issue of hold that.
Yep, Showmaker just going to get the shuffle, and Canyon just says thank you very much, collateral damage, and walks away. Comes back again afterwards because Showmaker says help me shove this wave. But the cool guys didn't look at explosions. Actually looks great, and if we just cut the clip after he just walks, then looks all good.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of damage, as of course he's just sitting on a couple of ruby crystals, and the Hecarim doesn't do as much early game damage as he used to. As Yaharong is going to turn up, no turret there for Khan, and he will be taken down with a Chaos Storm to the face. We've got another dive being set up here on the bottom side though, as if Fred at Brion can weather this, then when we throw some soldiers in and make his life difficult. Canyon down here towards the bot side, looks like they're not going to challenge for the rip-off, is now Beryl getting closed in on. Teleport, yeah, towards the bottom side here as there's the barrel. Does get Hoya out of position as he does get a decent gnaw back. They're focusing Ghost, who should go down relatively quickly, gets the wild growth, but eventually does fall. Graves gets one back as well as now Showmaker slightly out of position. Beryl has to flash, and it's a big win for Fred at Brion on the bottom side.
Oh man, this is another one of those plays that you don't expect from Fred at Brion. This is not a team that makes choices like this, but they are making so many aggressive calls in this game, and Hoya makes that teleport to the bottom side of the map into a very nice engage. Umpty's ultimate there as well. Well played on the chase. And Umpty, who had such a terrible start to this game, now 1-0-4. As we'll watch this again, this is a very big overextension here from Damwon Kia. The teleport comes through, and yes, Beryl is there right away, but Hoya just goes in, flashes forward. And now you've isolated 3 members of Damwon Kia. The teleports coming through are so late, and Umpty just goes straight to the back line. And there's a nice follow-up, Attract Repel, double stun there And this is such a fantastic trade to even get Barrel's flash.
Yeah, and Showmaker actually didn't have an opportunity.
This fight's going to be so important. As you pointed out in the last fight, we didn't see it.
As is the explosive cast from Canyon, not going to be able to take away the Drake as it is secured by Umti. He gets into the backline, moves Beryl out of position, but the Rel is already taken down. They've traded support so far, and now Damwon Kia looking to try and press further forward, but a 1-for-1 with the Drake going in the hands of Fred and Brion. They're going to be super happy with that.
I mean, they just creeped up on the Drake, and then
Damwon Kia had to do with Beryl breaking up teamfights from the very beginning and delivering a kill onto a carry. Speaking of which, goodbye, Hannah. That's exactly what we were talking about. Thank you so much, Damwon Kia, for showing us exactly what we wanted to see.
And Umti can't turn this around. I mean,
yeah,
it was a nice ultimate, or a nice dash there, but there's no way he can actually turn this around because Damwon Kia had everybody there. They were ready to follow up on this. And one execution like that, just one mispositioned carry, Henna, was the one who ended up being, unfortunately, caster cursed by you, I guess, in this case, is picked. And now you can't challenge this as easily as Fred Brion. I mean,
this Baron's going down so extraordinarily fast. Sand Soldier's just doing so much work. As in goes Beryl, he gets Chaos Stormed immediately. Magnus Storm not quite getting the value that it wants as Umti gonna have to get out of there. Beryl's gonna be the sacrificial lamb, but it's a trade. 1-for-1 plus a Baron, and you'll take that any day of the week, as that's a majestic rocket, but it's not gonna do anything other than look cool as a here. Yeah, if Yaharon can get into position and actually execute on his damage numbers, it can certainly work out. Super Mega Death Rocket just to loosen up the members, as that Magnus Storm's going to get a lot of value. Big shields out though, as it is going to be Beryl going down. Once again, it's just going to be a trade as the Jinx locks down the Drake, and they just walk their way out. A denial of the Mountain Soul, as well as adding a second stack for Fred at Brion.
And another fight with no Emperor's Divide here for Damwon Kia, and this is just an issue that's starting to compound upon
steal another Baron?
They have vision on the scuttle, so they should be able to see this coming.
Yeah, Ghost actually snuck in there with the Supercharger as Beryl's going to try and interrupt. Not going to be able to steal it away as Umti. That was very close to a 50-50. Ghost is going to flash over that wall to get out. And Damwon Kia just taking lunch money, man. Like, we can see that in these straight-up team fights, Fred and Brion do very, very well.
Yeah, but they're just not getting any.
Yeah, but you also just, you can't be that lax in your vision control, because that's what can throw away what can be potentially a really good game. It's like there's no gentleman's agreement right here, you know? No. Like, Damwon Kia, they can just pull this off if you're not diligent with your vision.
Yeah, and this is just another shot of it. Like, they had vision of this. They know this is going on. I mean, unless nobody was watching, right? They're taking blue instead of rotating in faster. And this is a composition that will absolutely race Baron down so fast as we've seen already before.
Yeah.
With the Azir, you can't be late
right now. They don't really care about taking away the Drake. They just want to win a team fight. As Delight is going to go down. Hoya has to flash to get himself out, and Canyon says, heck no, you are not getting away from me. Now he's rotating around to the last remaining 3 members, and Damwon Kia, with just 2 picks, they should be able to lock themselves down an inhibitor at least.
Yeah, an inhibitor at least, and then if they get defended here, they can just rotate back to Baron that spawns in 90 seconds. And this is Damwon Kia.
Is now Beryl setting himself up. Hoya taking a fair bit of damage there, as even the Void Seeker's doing a lot of work. Canyon gets in from the side, and Henry's just obliterated. Canyon goes gold, and he bought so much time already as goes over the wall, able to deal with Umti. Beryl has all the CC required. Canyon does fall, but it does not matter. Yaharong running for the hills as the Void Seeker is avoided, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to die. He's going to take a bow there and show off his top hat, as this is the end of the game, but beautifully executed by both teams, actually. There were some moments here where Fred and Brion showed us exactly how this comp's supposed to work, but it was a Damwon macro masterclass outside of that.
It was really the showcasing of their macro, their understanding of the team comps, knowing their weaknesses and knowing which fights not to take, to give 3 Mountain Drakes in those skirmishes, especially that last one where they decided to go in after the Drake was smote there. You let Umti hit the smite, and then you engage when they're at their weakest positioning, and you take the team fight. You don't need the Drake because you've got those early Drakes, so you have...
Damwon Kia win the game because they know exactly what to do next in order to guarantee the victory. Like,
get those inhibitors, then go and take the Baron, get that Baron fight, get that vision control. We're going to take a look at our post-game here from game number 1, but there were good moments for Fred at Brion, right? Like, take a look at the damage here. A ton of damage coming through from Ghost. Very safe positioning all game long, but there were some good moments for Fred at Brion. They actually